That's you again. Well, today's episode is all about me and music. I'm going to take you on a little tour of those places that have impacted my life. Let's go. All right, so you made it. I'm glad you decided to take this journey with me. This first stop we're going to see is one of the first places I ever sang. Actually, you're going to see the two places that I first sang a solo and how it impacted my life. So, buckle up. Let's go. This church, this place, you can hear the sirens in the background, but this was one of the first places I ever did a solo. This place impacted my life more than you could ever imagine. So this is our first stop. I'm excited to take you on our next stop. Let's go. One of the things I've always struggled with was sharing my story, or to get down to the crux of it was, really sharing who I am with others. I think that's why music became the most important thing in my life. It allowed me to share things with people that I couldn't tell them face to face. It's interesting, right? You'd rather get on stage and pour out your emotions than have an in-depth, intimate conversation with someone. Yet, I love when I get to those places with people. It's a wonderful, wonderful dichotomy of who I am. We're all kind of made of dichotomies, right? We're all made of weird things like that. So this is how my story begins, much that I remember. Hi, my name is Corey Tucker. I'm a singer-songwriter from Cincinnati, Ohio. I didn't always start out in Cincinnati, Ohio. I was actually born in Jackson, Tennessee. Only things I really remember in Jackson, Tennessee was playing in the cul-de-sac, playing with the kids. And in that time, I was pretty young, under 5. I could go walk to neighbor's house and play. Like it was that kind of neighborhood. But we fast forward and I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm imported into this school. I'm in an all-white school and I'm in an all-black church. And I had no idea how to operate in those two worlds. And so quickly, music became the thing that allowed me to communicate in both of those worlds. And so I first started singing in church and singing in choirs and played soccer and really enjoyed all those things. So this is an elementary school that I went to right in the center of middle America, Ohio, suburbia even. But I wanted to show you the stark differences of the two places, those two worlds that I lived in as a child. Went off to college as a music person, and that went good. But into my junior year, I found out I was going to become a father. So I quit school and came home, worked a whole bunch of jobs to take care of my family. But the reality is that relationship didn't work out. And that was, probably one of my first loves. And so that devastated me. I went back to school, finished up. I came out of school and without a music degree, just a different communications degree, and worked in corporate America. And I was a single father at that time. And so I remember going to work every day, loving taking care of my daughter, and realizing something was truly missing. It was interesting. A friend invited me to church, and the choir was there, and the orchestra and the band were there. And I was like, man, something inside of me jumped up at the end of this service, and I ran down the aisle. Not like one of those, my life is in you, Lord. Not one of those. It was just one of those, I need to talk to the choir director. So I talked to him. I said, hey, I haven't really sang in a while. I would love to, be a part of what you're doing here. So I came to rehearsal that week, and within that month, I'm singing a song in front of a 100-person choir, big orchestra, and a band. And it was in that moment that I realized what had been missing in my life. And from that point forward, I made a conscious decision to pursue music in whatever fashion it lent itself. So that's my story in a nutshell. I'm sure I'm going to expand upon it, but I want to give you an idea of who and what I came from and how this music has affected me. Well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of when our next video is coming out. Talk to you soon. Peace and love.